Today I just wanted to introduce a product that I purchased today that I'm actually using right now. It's a little mini ring light. I wanted a stand. That way I could prop my phone up, have a little Bluetooth connectivity, and be able to control it by my hand. The actual product I bought was this 6-inch ring light multipod. I wanted it for the multipod. And the thing is that I'm in a hotel room. I'm working in Wisconsin, and I'm working on a AI project. That being said, is we're building the MKE, Microsoft AI facility. It's an incredibly big job, and the thing is that I work in construction. So as of now, I traveled from Chicago or Indiana through Chicago to Kenosha or Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin, to work. And the thing is about the job is it's an hour and a half to get to work, but it's like 3 hours to get back home. So I decided just to stay out here. The scope of that job, it's an incredibly big job. There's supposed to be 3 phases, but now that we have a Republican president, which I support the president, don't get me wrong, I like the president, but I knew that voting for him, I was going to have a challenge for the mere fact that he is a Republican, and Republicans do not like unions. So if you notice, all the jobs, all the companies that are coming to America and setting up factories and setting up other AI facilities, all that work is being put into the southern states like Texas, Louisiana, Arizona, and a lot of those places are not union strong. And because Indiana is right next to Illinois, and Illinois is run by a bunch of Democratic ass clowns, Trump is not going to give them any kind of business. And also for the fact that Trump is an anti-union guy. The person that he put in charge of labor is known for union busting. But I still believed in Trump because I felt that I'm a conservative by nature, and I knew that our country was running on empty. It was unsustainable for what our country was doing, is having all these illegals here, flood the system, water it down, just put a strain on everything. And then you have, just a lot of bad corruption that Doge is taking care of. I support all that. But the thing is that it's not a level playing field when it comes to work. The thing is this, I know that we could weather this storm. I'm working, and I'll be working, I'm trying to get to retirement, to be honest with you. And the thing is that I know I can survive 4 years of Trump. I know the country will be in a lot better shape because of 4 years of Trump, because everything's going to trickle down. They might need steel from a steel factory in Indiana, and I work in steel. I could work in a steel mill that would benefit me. And AI, okay, we're building this facility, and the thing is that we got to stand by our work, and we got to be good, and we got to do what we got to do. So you can't be afraid of that. And the thing is that Donald Trump is going to turn this economy around. I truly believe that. And the reality of it all is you got to decide, what comes first. I mean, yeah, the smart money is like, think about yourself, think about your career. But, I have children. I have a legacy that if we don't do something for this country, vote the right way and make sure that it gets on the right track, then there's not going to be much left for them. And I'm glad that Trump is doing a lot of things that he's doing. But the thing is that for me, it needs to be a little more even-handed, because it's not going to benefit me if there's no work for union people. And but I'm not afraid of that. That comes with the territory. It is what it is, and we're going to get through it. I see the Democratic Party becoming very radical. I see a lot of people, like with the Teslas being blown up, people just talking crazy, like that Democratic representative from Texas, Crockett, and like they say, not David Crockett, just the other Crockett, But the reality is that she's going to get herself censored. She's really not that intelligent. She talks like she's from the hood. And the thing is that that's what you get when you vote for people who you think you just got to look at the whole picture, Like, how's the Democratic Party going to build something with AOC for real? She's not a leader, but yet they're going to put this. They're going to jockey this person out in front of you and tell you this person's going to lead you. She's not a leader. Bernie Sanders is too old. He gets the label of being a socialist. So all they want to do is blame the rich people for what's going on in the country. But what I see in this country, I see an economic turnaround, and I see a lot of things are going to start improving. One of the big indicators that I look at is if I'm working, that's a big indicator. Secondly, if they follow out the promises that they make, and that's one thing Trump has done. Those things to me tell me that we got the right leadership in this country. So I'm sitting here and I got sick. I don't know if you saw my last video. I got very ill. I mean, deathly sick. I was out the box for a month, and if you look at my videos, the last video I posted was me falling on my ass because I was looking up to see if there's I was looking up to see my handiwork because I put a cap on my chimney because raccoons were going in my basement. I mean, living in my chimney for the winter, and I was looking up. You can catch the video, and I stumbled and I fell and I landed right on my elbow. And at that point there, I had stopped making videos because I was recovering from that, And then I started working, and I was on the road again, like at the same place. I'm in a motel room, I was going home intermittently. Making food in a motel room kind of sucks. I ended up buying a Ninja air fryer. I'll do the big reveal or the big unboxing tomorrow. And the thing is, I like salmon. I like salmon with crab cake or crab meat in the middle. And I just can't do that on the road. I mean, I don't have an oven. I didn't want to get an Airbnb. It's costly. For me, staying in a motel room, paying $250 a week is reasonable. I don't want to pay $450. That's almost $2,000 a month. It's like paying double my mortgage. Right here, I would, I'd rather just pay the $250 a week. I got a room. This job might be good till July, and I'm working overtime, so it's beneficial for me to stay in a place like this. But the reality is that if Donald Trump ends up not taxing our overtime, then I'll be really sitting pretty. My goal on this job is to totally eliminate all my debt and then go after my mortgage, pay that off, totally eliminate my mortgage, and just be real lean, with the bills and not have to worry about that. My true passion or my hobby is YouTube videos. And no matter where that path leads me, I just have to tell myself, just keep making your videos. It's what you like to do. Just keep doing it. You'll reach your audience. You can't worry about, who your audience is and who's going to listen to you, And the reality is that I was looking at a video today and some young kid, I don't want to say he wasn't the sharpest, he was just very street, if you get my drift. And the thing is that this kid was consistent. Consistency will get you to where you got to get. So I guess this kid's got, a little following. People, his voice reaches the people that want to hear him and the way he talks and the way he delivers his message. So even though his content is not something that I would follow, I still found a couple nuggets in there. Evaluated him, evaluated my progress with YouTube. And the thing is that I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep doing what I like doing, and that's making videos. As far as things go, I'm working 7 days a week. And the thing is, the money's really good. And I'll probably be here till July. And the thing is that in that time, I'm gonna be doing stuff. I'm gonna take in baseball games. I'm a big Cub fan, so when the Cubs come up to Milwaukee, I'm definitely gonna go to a Milwaukee versus the Brewers game at their indoor stadium, as well as this Friday. I'm going to the Kid Rock concert. Some of the guys from work got tickets. They got a party bus. So I will be making a video on that. And the thing is that, you know, I've seen Kid Rock before. He's a big Trumper. You remember what he did with the Bud Light controversy when they had that Dylan, that transgender person, represent Bud Light. As you know, Bud Light took a real big whooping as far as the revenue goes because they tried feeding you their politics. And the thing is that I'm in agreement with Donald Trump. There's only two genders. I'm in agreement with Donald Trump where only women should play in women's sports and men should play in men's sports. I was even of the mind like, okay, you want to be a transgender? Well, we'll create your own venue, your own avenue where it's men, transgenders, and then women. So now you got three levels of competition, and you guys fight it out amongst yourselves and see who's more dominant, you know? And the reality is that that's not going to happen. And that's part of the sensibilities that I have as far as being a conservative, and common sense must rule the day. And none of that nonsense. You know, this whole woke agenda is horrible. I'm a big fan, or a big proponent of watching good TV. And I haven't seen a lot of good TV lately because you always got a gay couple on there, guys kissing each other, hugging on each other. Then you got a guy that's very feminine. I don't know if you noticed the transgenders that they put on TV shows are very, very slightly it's pat, you know, very, very feminine looking, maybe a little blush, a little lipstick. They don't go overtly. They don't buy 100% into looking like a man looking like a woman. They do it real slight just to give you the nuance that, yes, that person is a little different. I've only seen one show where the guy totally was dressed like a woman, and the show was decent, but I cannot support that. That's not how I get into. That doesn't interest me. That doesn't entertain me. So I just stopped watching the show, and that's the only way you're gonna get across to these people is you don't support that. You know, the Snow White movie just came out. It's not doing well because you have people expressing their opinions on things they have no business expressing their opinions on. And the reality is that that's an agenda that can eat you alive. Hold on one second. I got more light. That's great. I forgot that I did that. You know, I plugged it in. I bought myself a power strip. I didn't have enough power here for my phone, for my heater. I like a heated blanket. You know, I guess my old bones, I like being cozy at night, so I ended up getting a heated blanket. So yeah, you know, I think every day I'm going to make a video after work. I spend a lot of time by myself, and maybe I can build an audience. Maybe I can start getting content that's interesting enough for you guys to view and to enjoy. And the thing is that here I am in Milwaukee. I think I'll do some, you know, I'm definitely going to do I'm going to open up my Ninja tomorrow because I'm going to put the salmon in there. I'm going to cook it up. And I'll probably be buying pizzas, like frozen pizzas on a daily, you know, every other day or once a week, you know. Also, you know, it's about keeping a decent, you know, diet out here, you know, especially since I was sick. I'm starting to rebound. I'm starting to get better. I have some issues. In about 2 weeks, I will be going in for a colonoscopy and a endoscopy, where they go through your mouth and the other one's through your nether region. And I'm anemic, so they want to find out what's going on. Is there something inside my body that's making me anemic? And the thing is that as a kid, I had a serious operation that affected my gut, and I think that that's where the culprit is, because I think that me being sick, my body was shutting down and was being attacked in a very serious way, and my body's just recovering, getting back to where it needed to be. But you know what? I got good insurance, so I'm gonna take care of myself. I'm gonna make sure I have a clean bill of health, and I'm just gonna do, you know, I'm gonna do my thing, you know. And I don't know. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. I got a guy at work. I went to go see the Led Zeppelin movie by myself. By the way, it's a great movie. If you're a Led Zeppelin fan, I highly recommend it. And then one of the guys told me, he says, "You went to the theater by yourself?" I go, "Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with that. I like movies." And he goes, "That's weird." And what I want to basically say, I go, "You watch TV by yourself at home. What's the difference, what I want to do is ask the audience, do you guys find that to be strange to go to the movies by yourself? Or you look at it like, hey, you want to go see a movie? If someone else doesn't share your interests, you just go, So if you leave that in the comments, and tell me your thoughts about anything that I've said, but if you want to specifically comment about that one, I would appreciate it. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna process my video, and that's part of the fun of making YouTube videos, is finding the thumbnail, putting it together, and then sending it out into the world. So many things have happened in the last week. I want to talk about the Egypt, about the pyramids, about what's going on underneath the sand. Totally a big fan of that kind of stuff. But this video's gone long enough, and I'm going to sign off. Thank you. I guess I got to do it the old way.